Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will tell you about the more command that can be used to read the contents of a text file when the text file is containing more than one page of content. Let me demonstrate people the more command now. So I will start by changing directory into my home directory here in this Linux system, where I already have installed the CentOS Stream 10 operating system in this virtual machine that I have created with Oracle VirtualBox. Now after using the cd command to change directory into my home directory, I verify the same with the pwd command. Okay, I am working with my home directory, that is the prime users home directory. And now I will use the ls command along with the l option to get a long listing for the contents of my present working directory. That's my home directory. And I have a directory demo dir1 where I am creating all the files that I am creating for demonstrations for demonstration purposes people. So let me now navigate into that subdirectory that's below my home directory. Right, now cd demo dir1 using the relative path demo dir1, I have navigated into the demo dir1 subdirectory below my present working directory. All right, now checking the pwd command, it is now checking the present working directory with the help of the pwd command that I have run. I find that my present working directory is currently this /home/frame/demodir1. Now let's do this people here. Looking at the contents of this directory with the help of the ls command along with the l option. Okay, I have a file like this democat.txt, which is just having very few lines because this is a file with a few lines of text that I created when I was demonstrating the cat command earlier people to read the content of a text file. So for that purpose I created this file. In that presentation, when I was demonstrating the cat command to read the content of a text file. Now let's start with this people, cat demo cat.txt. Let's read the content of that file demo cat.txt with the help of the cat command. It's no problem here. However, this file is having the file demo cat.txt is just having 3 lines. So I will be perfectly okay with the cat command if I read a text file that is having less than one page of text content. However, if you look at this file people, demo vi.txt that I created earlier already with the help of the VI editor when I was demonstrating the VI editor for editing text files, for creating and editing text files in a previous presentation. I have created this file with the help of VI editor. Now this file that I am highlighting, that's with the name demo vi.txt, has lot more than one page of text content. So let's check what happens if I do this. Cat demo vi.txt. I am using the cat command to read the contents of the text file demo vi.txt. Now what will happen is I'll be still able to see the content of the file demo vi.txt. However, I'll see the last page in this file, the contents of the last page in this file in the screen, and the previous page's contents would have scrolled up. So let's check this people here. I run the command. I'll now run this command. Done. Now you can notice that the last page content can be seen here in the terminal screen. However, the previous page's contents, they have scrolled up. Now I can use this scroll bar to look at the previous pages. However, this is a graphical interface I am using people, so I am able to scroll up like this and look at the previous page's contents. Right. Now, however, in a real-time project where I have only a command line interface and where I am not able to use this kind of scroll bar, we need to use a different solution to look at the contents of a text file that has more than one page of text content. And that is what we can take care of with the help of more command. Let me now demonstrate the more command, people. I'll type more. More is a command that can help in reading the contents of a text file if the text file is having more than one page of text content. Now more followed by demo vi.txt, and I know that the file demo vi.txt has lot more than one page of text content. Let me now run this command, people. I'll press the enter key. Now please have a careful look. Now the more command displays the first page of content in this text file, and then it is asking me, what do you want to do? Okay, now I can perform different actions, people, here, because the more command is helping me in looking at or viewing at the content of a text file that is having more than one page of text content. Now, the actions that I can perform here in this context are like this, people. When the more command is now displaying the first page, and it says that it is already displaying 28% of the total contents in this file. Now, I can perform different actions like this. When I press the enter key, I get the next line. I can see the next line. When I press the space bar, I get the next page. Please have a careful look at this, people. So we can press the enter key, we get the next line like this. We press the space bar, we get the next page. Now I want to go back to the previous page. For that I can press B. B for Belgium. B for going back to the previous page. Please have a careful look, people. When I press B, I'm going to the previous page. Now let me say that I want to just terminate this more command. However, if I just press the space bar and then go to the last page, people, when the more command has displayed the last page, it will automatically terminate. However, now after looking at the first few lines in this file, I want to just terminate this more command. In that case, what I can do is I can press Q. Q for quit. Now I press Q and you can notice that the more command has terminated. And please remember a point here, people. Okay, let me do this. I'll run the more command again. So in order to highlight one important point, I will run the more command once again. More followed by demo vi.txt. Now I press the enter key, people. Now the more command, like you will already know, it will display the contents of the file demo vi.txt in a page by page manner. Yeah. Now let me say I will press the space bar to go up to the last page. Let me do that, people. Yeah, I'm going on. I keep pressing the space bar, and when the last page has been displayed by the more command, it has automatically terminated. You can notice that, people, I have returned to the operating system command prompt. However, please note one important point here, people. The more command, that is the more command that I am demonstrating here, it does not display the non-printable characters or the invisible characters like the tab and the end of the line characters. So what can be the solution here? Let me now tell you the solution here in this context, people. Now what I can do is, since you already know that the cat command can be used along with the VET options to look at or view the invisible or the non-printable characters like the tab characters and the end of the line characters, we can use this, people. We can use this approach. Cat command along with the VET options, like what I have typed already. The cat command along with the VET options. Now the file name demo vi.txt. However, please remember, people, this file is having more than one page of text content. So if I press the enter key now, I'll only see the last page. The previous pages contents will scroll up. So now I'll now use the pipe symbol or the vertical bar, and then I specify more. Now the purpose of the pipe symbol or the vertical bar in the Linux and Unix systems is that this pipe symbol or the vertical bar is used to send the output of one command as the input for a second command. So the output of this command, people, in this example, the cat command that I'm highlighting here, this is generating output. And what I am doing is the output generated by this highlighted command, the cat command, I am sending that output as the input to the more command. And the more command will process the input like this. It will display the input. It will send the input as the output to the output device. However, after displaying one page of content, the more command will pause and ask the user to decide what the user wants to do next. Okay, so now that is the power of the vertical bar or the pipe symbol here, people. Okay, anyway, the pipe symbol or the vertical bar, I will tell you about this in detail in a later presentation. For now, please remember that this command will help us in viewing the content of the text file demo vi.txt in a page by page approach, and also we'll be able to see the non-printable characters or the invisible characters like the tab character and the end of the line characters. Let me now run the command, people. I press the enter key now. You can see the result. Yeah. Now you can see the dollar symbol at the end of every line indicates the end of the line character or the new line character. I go on now by, I just continue by pressing the space bar. When I press the space bar, I see the next page. I continue. One more time, I have pressed the space bar. I got the next page. I press the space bar again, people. I got the next page. Pressing the space bar again. Yeah, I got the last page. After displaying the last page, the more command has terminated. So, and that is why I return to the operating system command prompt. Now you can notice, people, in the line just before the last line, there is a tab character. The caret symbol followed by capital I that I am highlighting here, it is a single tab character. So that is the demonstration, people, how to see the contents of a text file that is having more than one page of text content with the help of the more command. However, if that file is having some invisible characters or the non-printable characters like the tab character, how to see them. So that is what I have demonstrated just now. Alright, people, I will conclude this presentation now. Please subscribe to this channel and also share this channel if you find that this channel is useful to you in learning about Linux related topics. Thank you.